Hello and welcome to Dauntless, which we're revisiting. Um, it's now in open beta. Actually, it has been for a little while. Just haven't been able to get around to going back at it. The made a few changes. One like the I call it the quest hub, or basically where you could choose which monsters and whatnot you can go after when it has been completely changed. Um, Load times are still kind of wonky. Yep, open beta is live. Um, but I've been doing a couple of things. Like this is a full Charog armor. But the biggest thing is the this part is a lot cleaner looking. I mean, of course, you got all the optional ones. Loadout is still technically the same with that, and while I'm using controller, it's still a little like wishy-washy as far as like you know picking certain things. Like down here, it's like I had one heck of a time getting like the controller to move over to these so that I could actually place these here, because you only start off with the healing flask. But got that figured out. And of course over here with the armors and stuff, pretty simple. Oh yeah, they've changed the over on the left you'll see it says infused effects, that they made them much more visible with icons and rarities and whatnot. Um, but yeah, and I'm still doing the hammer, being the hammer sister at this time because the character's female. But um, yeah, here's the new like sort of screen. Well, actually, let me back out. Here's like you can go here to pursue specific behemoth from this zone, which is all of three, because this is the beginning as it says Rooksile. But of course here, but yeah, they've changed this right here. Like patrol, as you can see, you fight any of the four behemoths in this area, and you get bonus Arcanite, which of course is used to level up your armor and weapons and all that. Expedition, as you can see, you travel to the island. You'll fight a random behemoth that that's the key thing, that you've hunted before. So the more you hunt, the more variety you'll get in the expeditions, period. So, but that's mainly for getting like resources. Like if I pick it here, yeah, see the possible behemoths are the Gnasher, the Shrike, and oh shoot, it's Quilltusk? Quillshot, that's right, Quillshot. And that's see it says Auric's Refuge, and then there's this one which you can fight the Skarn, which is a rock door. But when you complete it, you'll get bonus Arcanite plus, or not bonus Arcanite, but you'll get all those which is used for making the potions and stuff. And then of course Pursuit is just I want to go after this one. I want to go after a very specific person. Which, see, previously in the closed beta, it was kind of like you could do pursuits, but only after you've done like I think it was expeditions, or it was patrols. I'm pretty sure you had to do a couple patrols to basically get the ability to do pursuits, and you only do so many pursuits based on how many things you got. So see, like right now, the expedition here would be like, only those three, which was Shrike, Quillshot, and a Charog. So, Pursuit, that's the ones I can do there. But what we're going to do, let's see, I've got two quests. That's either Embermane or Scrave. Now Scrave is frost-based. Of course, the Embermane is fire-based. So I will be switching my weapon out in the thing here, because fire doesn't do well against fire, for obvious reasons. So go over here. Yeah, this one, which is all about knocking out people's garden maul. But of course, previously I didn't group with people because it seemed to be a little wonky. It wasn't like grouping me up with people. So, but now it's usually relatively quick. There's still a few glitches here and there, like sometimes people will load in with like their basic gear. The weapon will be like the same, but it'll be like, you know, basic, you know, newbie gear. But when you get into the actual field, it's like, oh, okay. Alright, buddy. Are you okay there? It's not like I'm recording or anything. Come on, there we go. Once again, it's probably just lag in general. Reason why they probably give you like 5 minutes to load up and get everyone ready to go. Yeah, and this area is very deserty, that's for sure. Here, let me drop down. Looks like we got 2 hammer people, a war chain, and sword? Maybe? Yep, sword. Okay. So we do this. Now, that's the other thing. Apparently there's a lot of like interesting maneuvers with the hammer. Each weapon has its own uniqueness, but right now, trying to find the Embermane, which, if I remember correctly, I only fought him once, and it was like fast. You know, it was one of these very quick monsters. Alright, go up there. Drive by grabbing. Okay, still nothing. The other thing, you have the ability to do, okay, I think this guy, yep, there it is. Yeah, you have the ability to use your flare, and the flare will always kind of fire in the general direction of the monster. So, I'm sorry, behemoth. Alright, now, I'm gonna try to do stuff, but because there's Arcus Gaming did a really good tutorial about it, the hammer, because it's very it's gonna charge. Hit the wrong button. Trying to get used to the funkiness of it. Missed him. He got him. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Basically what he said is, at the beginning of the swing, if you hit your shotgun, or he called it cannon, I still call it a shotgun. Sorry. Kinda hard to talk and like do stuff. Get over here, get over here. I messed it up. Oh, here comes the fire. Yep. That's because he's enraged. Apparently that's one of the other things, you know, like charging monsters, you can hit them with that little jump charge slash thing. You feel what you're doing. Yeah, trying to get that timing on the reload, because that's the thing, like at the end of the swing you can reload.
Listen up, this is important.
Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, a rare item there with the tail spike, so come on, buddy. Of course I got hit. Here. Turn around. Ow. Disappear? Okay. Yeah, you disappear. Let's do that. Put the weapon up. Yeah, it's interesting. With a fast monster like that, it's probably not, I mean, I could probably do like the power shot, which is basically at the very beginning of the swing, it'll charge up the power of it, but biggest problem is Embermane moves really fast, so I think trying to do the big combo, which is basically you know, start the swing, do the power thing, then you know, at the end of it do a reload. It's a lot of buttons. I would say mashing, but it's a very unique sort of combo-esque. Alright, you're holding that way. That's where we just came from, wasn't it? Oh, I guess so. Alright. And flying. Yeah, this game, I don't say suffers, but this game sort of has the same shtick of, hey, guess what? Your character, while they can quote unquote get knocked out or die or whatever, it's like can take some brutal hits. So okay, well I was running, so alright. lazy and not use my potion. He is all over me. Go ahead and reload that way. Of course. Oh, I hate when it does this. Go back to here, where it's kind of hard to get to the guy when he's got all these flames. Because ideally, as a hammer, well, the axe, which is also a two-hander, can stagger. The hammer excels at it, which means basically we kind of want to be at the head. You never get there. Yeah, he remains not a nice guy. Then he protects himself. There you go. God damn it. Yeah, I'm having a rough time of this. Alright, get over here. Or if I can button mash that. Oh, he's angry again. Angry monster. Alright, let's reload. Plus it helps that we've got two hammer people here, so... Oh, he did a triple there. Maybe a triple. There we go. I don't feel like I didn't do much there. But it's interesting, yeah. Each weapons, I kind of thought the hammer was a little bit more clear-cut. Yeah, I got a B rank. Usually I'm like, you know, S or even A+ rank. But yeah, I didn't break hardly any parts. Yeah, I took a little damage because I avoided a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's the way the game is. Of course, it says, yeah, I didn't break any parts, but I did knock it out a couple times, so of course with the hammer that's what it does. So anyway, we'll get back to the load thing. Yeah, it still has this thing where like, alright, y'all complete the mission and we'll eventually load you out of here. So you can do a few things. So I can see, there they go. I'm the last one, well, next last one out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's still going to be free to play. obviously it's gonna make its money from either A, being a patron slash founder, which is what I did. I went ahead and paid him basically, I think it was $39.99, I believe. Basically, price of a decent game. I mean, obviously it's still got a few quirks. The monsters, while they're not, I won't say super hard, while they're um, unique and stuff, you cannot, for love of God, you cannot compare this game to Monster Hunter. Yes, it is along the same vein as Monster Hunter. You go out, you're fighting monsters to gain gear and all this other stuff, but, I mean, you can't expect it to be like, because that's an unfair comparison, is Monster Hunter World versus checking on my cores, kind of broke the mold on a lot of different things, so, you can't really compare it and judge it, but that's the other thing. I mean, the game is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything.
Well done, Slayer.
So, Embermane, blah blah blah. And now, I can make Embermane armor and weapons.
This is
Oh, that
urgent.
sounds great. Lightning. Yep, Drask. So,
We'll speak again.
yeah, I kind of knew this was coming. Basically, we're now dealing with the elements.
Have you a few minutes?
Have I a few minutes? Who is? Oh, you. Okay, sure.
Good to
Before
see
I
you.
light a fire. Hunt Skarn with a blaze weapon. Easily done. You get Embermane's
Good
Rapture,
hunting.
which is that guy does the lantern, is what they call it. Lanterns do several different abilities, like that's your basic one there. You hold it to disperse the aether to find out where the behemoth went, or you can just kind of run around, which is kind of what most people do. Now I've got the Skarn's Defiance, which looks like but see, it has two things. So if you tap the button, it grants you a 200 hit point shield for 4 seconds. Not too bad. If you hold it, you saw I had like little rocks floating around. It actually does damage to behemoths around, and it's kind of interesting. The lanterns are kind of like, once again, I hate to compare it to Monster Hunter World, but it's like a mantle of sorts, but it keeps refilling. Like the tapping ability, it refills slowly over time, and then the hold ability is usually based on how many times you hit the monster. So it can either refill really fast or semi-slow, depending on how much you're doing or whatnot. Also, this is not this armor is not the basic colors for it. I've got whoops, this is what I want to do. Yeah, there's dyes you can unlock. Right now I'm Persimmon. I think this one's called Storm because I like being weird and standing out. So unfortunately, the weapons do not have oh, that's level 3. This is level 2. Duh. That's from leveling them up. But yeah, go ahead and equip that because I gotta go kill a Skarn. But and of course, right down here, of course, there's social, which you can invite your friends or a party of friends. Of course, there's a guild system which I haven't been approached with yet, but yeah. The store, yeah, gamepad not currently supported here, but I think they do plan on trying to have the controller support, but it can, once again, it's always handy to keep the mouse nearby. So yeah, here's all your starter stuff and whatnot. Platinum is the currency they use for it, because that's just our thing. Yeah, and you get it. As with a lot of these sort of games, it has a tutorial to send you to the store. It's like, okay, yay. Where you get a free bundle pack, which is basically that top line of dyes that I had that you get for free. It's the newbie stuff. So, all in all, interesting game. Yeah, style is like, personal banner, your emotes, of course, your signal flare, which I need to, yeah, see, once again here, it's not letting me use the controller to pick stuff, so, there's that. Or this, kind of like the hammer one. Yeah, we'll let that be the hammer. Back. Emotes, of course, I don't have a whole lot. You start off with 3, but they say there's a whole bunch more, including Let It Snowball and Elaborate Salute. So, you know, I'm assuming they'll let you have those in like the core packs or whatever, but I mean, who knows? That's the closed beta contributor. Of course, that's the basic Dauntless one. Of course, yeah, you can get different things like that. Actually, yeah, let me. Oh, there we go. Anything? Nah, we'll go with the storm. There we go. Blue. Anyway, yeah, different things. Yeah, lots of banners. The banner really doesn't do anything. So, oh yeah, there is this too. Hunt arrival. First down. Yeah, she just dropping in. Yeah, nothing fancy there. Boom, stick the landing. We are one. Slow glide. It's probably not going to show it. Now, that's a weapon specific one. Huh, so there's actually weapon. Boom. Okay, yeah, I like that one. I mean, it sort of makes sense, so, huh, interesting. Yeah, that's the axe, and then... No, sword, cute. So yeah, I mean, these might have been in the game, but it wasn't like really well in there. Frosty. The grave thing still stays there. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with the basic one. Just dropping down. So, anyway, this has been Dendorian signing off.